Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to Thrifting Radio, where I'm documenting my roller coaster journey in reselling. Today, we brought back the legendary Coach Hustle. First, before we get on the line, here we gonna do our dues at the very beginning. Come in, you know what I'm saying? Sit down, go over to TV. I'm sorry, Thrifting TV on YouTube. Make sure you give your boy a sub over there. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers, fam. Trying to get to 50 subscribers so I can go live, so we can me and Coach Hustle can take this thing live. You know what I'm saying? I love interacting with people, so let's try to give me 10 more subs. I think I'm at 40 right now. Let's get up to 10 more subs. Send it to a friend that got a friend that got another friend on top of your cousin, all that, man. Then go over to Instagram. Follow your boy on Instagram at Thrifting There. That's it, at Thrifting There. Then make sure you like this pod right here as well. All right. I think we got Coach Hustle in the building. Coach?
What up, though?
Yeah. Okay, good. I heard you in the back now. So, brought back the legendary Coach Hustle. Let's just start off. You give your dues and your views and all that. Give your shout outs and all that real quick.
Y'all can tap in and follow me on YouTube at Coach Hustle. The same everywhere. Twitter, Coach Hustle, and definitely follow me on IG on Coach Hustle for my stories will be there. It's at.
For sure. Make sure it's Coach _ Hustle, okay? Make sure it's Coach _ Hustle. I ain't gonna have to let that be known, you know what I'm saying? So, all right. So this is actually part two. Part two of the Nomad thrifting journey by Coach Hustle. Last time y'all tapped in, we were in Virginia. And I say we because I'm in the story too. You know what I'm saying? So we're in Virginia. I want you to take us from Virginia to Florida, kind of briefly, kind of take us on through there, because I know what happened, but I want you to just take us through there real quick. So, boom, we in Virginia. You was at a hotel, finna check out the next day. Let's go.
Yeah, and the weather was cool. It subsided. So I'm like, yo, let me put these miles down. So I moved. You know what I'm saying? I went through South Carolina, all of that. Made it all the way down to Georgia. Spent one night in Georgia. I didn't thrift or nothing. It was just more so, let me get to Florida. And then like the next day, I was in Florida. And I made it, I booked the Airbnb and I was ready to rest, That was a long drive.
And let me apologize first. I'm just getting over a cold. They'll spray something in the air or something, man. Everybody got the same thing going on, but I ain't gonna get into that story. So, boom, we're in Florida. Now, you said you was gonna get a Airbnb when you got there. How long did you end up getting the Airbnb?
So for the best deal, I booked for a week. And at first, I wanted to book for a month, but I booked for a week because I ain't never used it, and I wanted to see how it was. And boy, am I glad that I just only booked for a week, man.
Mm-hmm. Take us through that. This is your first experience with an Airbnb, so it sounds like you got a good deal. But what was the good and the bad of this first experience of your Airbnb?
Well, the good part was it was a dope place. It was at on a resort area, so I access the pool, jacuzzi, all of that. But the downside was it was a 10-bedroom house and you shared it with other people. And when I first got there, the first thing you want to do is relieve yourself. So I go hit the restroom and there's flies coming up out the toilet. And I wasn't expecting this from like a beautiful place like this. And I'm
Mm.
like, what's going on? So I contact the host or whatever. They say they take care of it. Boom. I'm only there for a minute. So I'm out the door going, exploring. I come back, the toilet's still not acting right. And so I'm a little nervous. So I'm like, yo, I'm nervous. I ain't wasn't even trying to be funny with her, like to do number two here, because it's gonna stop up. I know in the morning it's gonna be time
Mm.
and lo and behold, man, that next morning, that toilet was stopped up full of bullshit. And I'm like,
Oh,
I was livid then, man. Like, I'm like, what? I'm like, because the lady she was just like taking what I was telling her lightly, like she didn't really want to deal with it, and
Mm.
had me a working toilet. And I understand the place was a deal, because she just listed it or whatever.
Nah,
But
that the toilet is a necessity. That's not that the door don't close all the way or something. I don't know what's minor, but the toilet is definitely a major issue in my book. Like you got to make sure the shower works, got to make sure the sink, the toilet, and that's just my personal space. Because like you say, you were sharing a house with everybody else, so I don't have to cook there if I don't want to. If I can't, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. It's not even a big deal. But the toilet and the sink and the shower must work. I mean, like you said, you would live it. I can only imagine because, like, I mean, like I said, that's a necessity. I'm in awe that a person. Remember what I was telling you that these people who get Airbnbs that buy that rent them out and stuff like that, they really don't even live in the state or the city. Or
some of them don't. They just managing it.
right, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, that's why, based on what you were saying, they don't know if that toilet works or not because they're not coming physically to check out that house, that room, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't live there. You know what I'm saying? They do not live there. Most people do not rent out their own home that they live in all the time. You
No,
see?
it'd be like you say, a rental property and Airbnb. Y'all need to have some type of certified check for these houses.
For sure.
I think that should be a standard. I'm gonna probably have to go to my state legislature. Like this, really sent me over the edge. I was ready to, go to the senator on this, man. The mayor. I ain't know who I had to contact. The State Department.
And
But
that's what I'm saying. The toilet make you get there like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have your necessities. You talking about the mayor right now because your fucking toilet don't work. You know what I'm saying?
and I paid money. It wasn't a bunch, but I still paid. And
Mm,
I'm new to the state. I just came in.
mm,
So
bad experience just coming in. Ain't even from the state.
yeah, lady was ready to kick me out, bro, because I said I was gonna talk to Airbnb and get them involved. And then their policy was a little different. It's like, well, all we can do is give you a refund, but that was gonna take 15 days. Now
Mm-mm,
I'm Nomad and I'm going day by day with
mm,
my hustle. I
mm-mm,
didn't have 15 days to wait for a refund and just be anywhere, and they wanted to keep all the fees stuff. So they was only gonna refund me like only maybe a quarter of my money.
mm,
I said, nah, y'all not doing that. We gonna have to work this out somehow.
mm-mm. I don't blame you. All right, so you stay. You said you booked it for a week. So how many? Did you stay the whole week? Did you stay every night there? What did you?
Nah, I ain't stayed a whole week because I kept having trouble with the toilet, and I just got tired of fighting. So
Mhm.
I'm like, you know what? I'm on the road, man. I'm hitting the road. I'm a road runner. Let's go. So I
Okay,
shot down to Daytona because I knew they was having some events down there, and I'm like, I'm just gonna keep running my bag up. That's all I can focus on. I can't really stay upset and be here focused on the small BS. I gotta get my bag up so I can keep it moving.
for sure. So you went down to Daytona. Mind you, your job daily is basically door dashing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your 9 to 5 if you want to say. So when you're in these different cities, um, what are your hours that you really like you? Because I know everybody's different, and how do you detect where you're gonna go, what city you're gonna be in? Like what do you do?
So I like to do split shifts, man. I don't never work a shift straight through because like I like to thrift in between and all of that. So I'm looking for where there's either going to be some type of event or a lot of movement going. I know a lot of tourists might be around. I'm looking for areas like that. Like it's going to be a hot zone. And you think about like the peak times because I've been doing this for a little bit now. Lunchtime is a little peak time, then it'll fall off, and then here come dinner in the late night when ain't nobody really out because ain't nobody wanting to dash at 12 to 3 in the morning, but I am. You know what
So,
I'm saying?
don't.
Clean up.
So my bad to cut you off. So you don't work the morning shift.
Nah, not typically. I might sometimes if I wake up and I'm chilling, but the days I really like to go hit the thrift, work out, explore. You know,
Mm-hmm.
nah, never in the morning shift. Just usually afternoon and late night.
Because like you said, you're doing like a 12 to 3 shift on DoorDash, really. So you do try to get your sleep a little bit. It sounds like you try to wake up maybe what 9, 8, 9 o'clock, 10.
Yeah, but sometimes it's earlier than that, man. I wake up about 8,
Okay.
you know, and deal with all my, the reselling stuff or whatever I'm gonna do then, and then I'll get it in with the dashing, or I might nap in between, depending on, what I'm saying, whatever's going on.
Oh, since you're in Daytona, your Airbnb is in, or where is it? Where did you say it
It was
was?
Davenport, which is like
Damn.
a little bit outside of Kissimmee.
So where are you laying your head at?
So check this. I was tired. I wasn't gonna drive back. I slept in the car. And that first night I slept in the car, man, I slept the solid 8 hours through. And that's when it dawned on me. I haven't slept that good since I've been on the road. Cause remember I was in and out of hotels in the last episode. I
Mm.
slept a little, but it still was tough. I found comfort in the car. And that's when it dawned on me. I said, I'm not paying for near another hotel. It's nice in Florida. It's not cold or anything like that. So I'm good. I can kick the seat back as long as I can get a big enough car, man. I'm chilling.
So I remember just taking it back and I'm bringing it forward. So I remember I was at the flea market down here. I'm in Texas, or whatever, and we got this store called Bucky's, and I picked up this little tie dye Bucky's T-shirt. Because I've been to Bucky's. I mean, Bucky's got I don't know where all states they are because I'm Texas based anyway. So I know we got plenty out here. So I've gotten the food there. So I was telling Coach about Bucky's. Like, what the fuck is the Bucky's? I'm like, look at the T-shirt. I could probably sell a T-shirt for maybe $15. They be selling them in the store. And you're like, man, what the fuck is that? So now you're in fucking Florida, and you've been seeing the Bucky's, but you told me you didn't know what it was.
I didn't
What?
know what it was. I just thought it was a gas station. I was like, I used to thought it was a squirrel at first, but it's a beaver. And I seen it before, dashing because I've been in Daytona before. And I ain't going over there. But what I'm saying? You put me on. It's like, nah, man, go check it out. It's more than just a gas station. It's an
Man,
adventure.
that thing is like the Walmart would get with the Walmart super Walmart gas station. It's like, I ain't even
Yo,
say
Bucky's is it. They done got some money off of me, man. I think I went 3 days back to back. I was in awe the first
love
time I went in there.
sandwiches. Brisket sandwiches was my that was my I get the brisket sandwiches and the candied pecans in there. That's really two of the main things I get when I go. But yeah. So you were sleeping in the car. Are you sleeping at the Bucky's or are you sleeping at the
One night I did fell asleep at the Bucky's until the lady knocked on my window the next night. So you can't sleep there. Maybe somebody let it pass one night, but she's
uh
like, nah, you can't sleep there. But I did find out from some people because just shout out to the hustler community, man. People have been tapping in, throwing donations, and I really appreciate it because it helped me get my storage and all of that. We'll get into that in a second. Because that's what happened at the Airbnb. I had to grab that storage, man. I had to empty all my stuff out. That's before, what I'm saying, I hit to Daytona,
oh,
and them donations help with that.
okay. So you got
And
that's basically in your home base when you just had to grab a storage real quick. So I'm assuming you didn't cost a lot for the first.
nah, I found something that was real cheap. It was like $20. So
Okay.
I'm like, cool. I could just at least have somewhere where, the car ain't packed and full, and at least my stuff I know is secure. I switched over to, like, what I'm saying, using Turos, and I'll go back and forth depending, because sometimes rental cars make you have that deposit, and you got to
Okay.
let that 250, 200 sit. And the cash flow right now, I'm not in a position to do that. But Turo, it's a straight up price. That's what it is. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
so you
Mad
so you
cars
pay by
available.
the week, the month? Why? How does Turo work?
Turo, you can pay like however you like, whether you want to do it a day, whether you want to rent it out the month, or you want to do the week, depending
Mm.
on the availability of the vehicle. I always recommend at least do 3 days because that's when you're gonna get the most bang for your buck. You know what I'm saying, with the trip fees and all of that. So you at least want to do 3 days. That's my minimum. I'll do 3 days to a week.
Okay, bet. Okay, so that Turo game. So you jumped in your little Turo. Um, was it spacious enough for you thrifting? Because you say you thrifting in the daytime. Like how's the car? Is it packed? It's like what's take me through that.
Oh yeah. So after the rental, after I empty all that stuff out, boom, I had enough room to just lay the seat back and chill. Then with the Turo, I end up, what did I get at first? I ended up getting a Dodge Caravan. Well, no, I had something before that, and then they had to swap it out, and they upgraded me to something nice. And I forgot what kind of whip it was, but I had mad space in there, man. Space to open up the back trunk to
Mhm.
when I'm grabbing stuff, I can list. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Lay it out and take my pictures and stuff. Right in the back trunk. So I'm like, I don't have a storage or no place to work in yet. I'm still kind of sorting that out, but I still gotta move these packages. I still gotta pack stuff out. I still gotta list stuff like something. I gotta get some type of, you know what I'm saying, other than the dash flowing.
Because you got to build your store back up, right? It's because you got.
Yes, I remember. I put all that stuff on the curb, all that inventory I left. I
Okay.
was down to not too many pieces of inventory that I brought with me.
So now, so since you're going to these different places, are you thrifting like in the thrift stores? Are you hitting the bins? Are you
No, I'm typically I was staying with the bins for the most part. Like in Daytona, there's no bins around there, so I would hit their little local thrift stores, and still like I got a budget, man. I don't really try to spend no more than 20 in a thrift, you
okay?
know. Uh, but then like after what I'm saying, Daytona, after I realized I was gonna be in a car, and I was gonna be, what I'm saying, wasn't gonna do the Airbnb. I
Mm,
shot down to the opposite side, the West Coast, down there to Fort Myers, to
okay.
hit the bins.
Okay.
Cause I ran my bag up in Daytona. Remember I told you we was eating out there because how, like, what I'm saying, it was busy.
Right.
So I'm like, cool, I can go get some thrift now, and I still will dash, what I'm saying, to Fort Myers at night. But in the daytime, yeah, I hit they bins and actually ran into a bins that wasn't even by the Goodwill. It was 8 in the morning and I was there, and I'm like, I ran into it by mistake, and it was like a private company, but they still sold by the pound.
Wow. Okay. Never heard that. So, because you're like I said, I'm repeating the same thing, but you have to the dash because dash is instant money,
Absolutely, you need that cash, that daily cash. I need to eat,
daily
I
cash.
need gas. What I'm saying, I need to have some bread before I'm waiting on my sales to buy a little product if I see, what
Mhm.
I'm saying, some deals and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, hit them bins.
So you hit the
Mhm.
bins. You're trying to build your inventory back up. Um, Take us through the next few days and catch us back up. Give me 30 seconds. I want you to go ahead and just take it over from here and leave me with the you in Fort Myers, you hit the bins. And now tell me through your thought process that you're because you're living in the car, right? Or you're sleeping in the car and you can't have a lot of inventory in the car. So, what's going through your mind when you're in the bins now? Because we usually will pull up to the bins. Me personally, I'm getting 40 pounds, no less. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
no less. So how are you being selective with the things you're getting in the bins? What's going through your mind? Did you find anything, some hitters that you listed pretty fast? You know what I'm saying? That they sold, or take me through that because, like I said, let me give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead. All right, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and tell us where you at right now.
So with the bins, like I was already selective on my way down. You know what I'm saying, picking up stuff. So it's all about, I don't know what I was gonna find that was gonna be left for me to pick, because you're dealing with all different types of people, all different types of stuff. So you got to see what's there. And so I started noticing, like, oh man, there's mad hats. Hats are small, they lightweight. I can pick these up, and I can pick up enough of them. I'm like, man, there's mad shorts too. And I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. And I know some brands and some shorts. So that's what I started to see at each bins, and just like try to stay light as possible. So I know I can kind of range, okay, I got 15 pieces, that's about enough. 20 pieces, that's good for me. You know what I'm saying, for a round, because like you say, I can't have a bunch of inventory on deck in here, and things like that. So, and then I'm actually learning more about, what I'm saying, different brands, different things. If I've never seen it before, I'm taking a picture of it and using Google Lens, using eBay to see if it's worth something, what it's not worth, you know. So that's kind of how I was doing it there at the bins, picking that up like that. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep it small. Smalls is easy. I can store a lot of small because I still didn't have a place set up fully. Only got a 5x5 storage. So I'm like, wherever I get has to be able to fit in there still. So That was like my whole thought process with picking. And I did find some bangers. I found like a couple electronics that's gonna be dope, like with the hard drive, just some like different stuff that you wouldn't even think that's worth money. I end up did selling this one thing, that this magic Doctor Who pen that I pulled out of the bins on the road. I end up did sell that for $100.
Mm.
So that was nice when it came in. I only paid $1 for it.
Yeah,
So
that's a good home run. I saw that you posted, or you might have sent me something like a little toy or something.
oh yeah, that just sold that my John Deere tractor.
Okay,
I paid $1 for that. I just so um I had it higher for a moment, but I was just ready to get it going. So somebody sent the offer and I took it. So I'm like, I only paid $1 for it, 75 cents if that, because it was so lightweight and it was a little bit more beat up. And them two items that I just picked up on the road on the way down, so that was dope. So I'm like, yeah, I'm staying with this niche because some of the bins, all they had was clothing. And I'm like, man, I don't want to do clothes, but that's all that was there. So I'm like, oh, that's how it might be. Sometimes that's all you're gonna be able to pick from,
right.
and you don't want to waste your time. You drove all the way here already. You better get something.
I got it. And that's where I go back on one of our old episodes about product knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Learning the industry that you're in. Even if you see something that looks interesting, like you say you used Google Lens, you know what I'm saying? So when you're out here in the wild, you don't always have the opportunity to look stuff up all the time because things are fast moving. So, I always go with your first mind, like, hey, that looks cool or whatever. I've never heard of this brand. Let me grab this real quick, and then maybe you look it up later at that point. You know what I'm saying? But like I told Coach, think about this. No matter what brand name that you get or that's out there, it's still a brand name. Faded Glory in Walmart is still a brand name. It's just not Gucci, Louis. You know what I'm saying? It's not the higher end brand, but it's still a brand. And think about this: if it's ended up in the Goodwill bins, it was already bought. So somebody already bought that one time at least before you got a hold to it. So it's still some kind of profit inside of that. You know what I'm saying? So you may only be able to sell it for $10, but you bought it for, 50 cents to a dollar. You might be able to sell it for $10, but hey, it sold pretty fast because it's a good item. You know what I'm saying? It's a lower end brand, and it may sell pretty fast because it is a lower end brand. You know what I mean? So just when you're out there, make sure you turn on your mental Rolodex. You know what I'm saying? I always talk about that. You have to have that on at all times, your radars, and then when you find something, put in your mental Rolodex and keep it for your product knowledge because this is a fast moving industry. You like the bins, it's 100 people that run to the bin as soon as they say go.
Yeah, I put that in my stories. One of my people's called them the zombie apocalypse. When they line up and go to do that. And like you say, the Rolodex. So remember you, I was in clothes before, and I've been reselling what now. I think it's like my fourth year. So now sometimes when I feel like I don't even have to look at the brand, I felt like, nah, that's some good material. I don't even know the brand or nothing. I'm gonna look it up, and then you'd be surprised, like, oh, them worth 20, $30.
Right.
Even some women's jeans. I don't sell women's clothes, and I didn't even know, what it, the brand. But I'm like, wow, because of the stitching and how it looked. And I looked it up. There's some Judy jeans. I ain't never heard these jeans in my life, and they was worth some good money.
See, and see that, and I didn't even say nothing about feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing. Now that you done stayed with us this long, now you the way that something feels. Like if it just feels crazy to you, like you might want to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? You just might want to do that and see what's up.
Right. That certain patterns do good no matter what brand. Certain materials do good, like linen, no matter what brand. And for me, I know big sizes always do well. So I was snatching all types of stuff up like that, because it's like you said, there's a lot of people there. You competing. It's high competition now in Florida. Like it's higher than it was in these other states that I've been through. I will say that, but I still came up with some stuff, so that was dope. And then from there, from the bins, I kept dashing. I went from I was in Fort Myers. I only stayed out there for like a day. Then I shot back to my base, and then I'm like, all right, let me find like I gotta find somewhere where I gotta be. I gotta find like either a office. Is there another storage I could have? And then I seen it somebody's storage. I seen actually a Hustle and Hook stories. Him and his wife, um they slimmed down their business from that big storage to just a big office warehouse, whatever they had, to storage units, and they was getting it for like a real good price. So I'm like, oh, so these are out here. Let me look some more. And I look for the climate controls. I look for ones that might fit my price, and I started to get on the phone, and I found this one. I called them, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I need to be able to work inside of there, because that's gonna be my base. Like after I hit the bins, I want to be able to go there or pack, ship, or whatever. And come to find out, it's only 5 minutes from the bins. So
Okay.
that was dope.
So it sounds like the thrift guys are looking out for you. To say
Yeah, no doubt. And
the
it's stuff starting to just like fall in order. Cause did I have an exact plan how it was gonna go? No. I just had a determined, made up mind, and I just know how to hustle. So I don't fret. I don't worry.
can't worry about it if you're a hustler. You just because you know all you're fending for is yourself. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you got gas and food, you straight. You know what I'm saying? You can figure out the rest. Make sure you got a little money in your pocket just for unforeseen things, but you'll be all right. 'Cause like you say, Dash is daily cash. So as long as I put in a couple hours on that, I'll be able to be straight, right? So right. So now it sounds like you kind of settled in. Have you moved into your storage yet?
Nope. I'm moving actually tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay. All right. So you go move into your storage now. Are you gonna worry about trying to find a crib or another Airbnb? Like, what are you gonna do? Are you just trapping out the whip?
Nah, I'm just trapping out the whip, man. Like I say, it's beautiful out here. I've never been a much of a person at home anyway. I'm always out, so I just need home to sleep. And you know how I shower and hygiene, man. I got a Planet Fitness Black membership, so any town I hit, I just find that, and take my little gym bag in there, get straight, and I'm good. What else do I need? Hit the laundromat and the rest is taken care of. And then I'm learning about other things such as like they got groups and stuff or things that people talk about. Like I said, shout out to all the hustlers. They've been giving me different things or ideas that I can use. Like for you instance, like yeah, you can get a cooler. You know what I'm saying, to save money on food. And somebody sent me something else about an electric lunch box. You know what I'm saying, that you can use to keep it warm. So it's just you just got to be creative. That's what I'm starting to be of like how to do this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I ain't done it before, but I started to be creative of like all right, how can this work out so I can have everything I need and I'm comfortable?
So you outside the box for real. There ain't nothing inside that box. You living outside that box right now. So that's what's up, man. That's definitely courageous. I'm telling you, that's something that a lot of people dream on doing, but they have families and demanding jobs, things of that nature. So I definitely give you kudos on that, man. For real, for real. So
Appreciate
all right, so we ain't gonna hold you too much longer. Is there any last words? Anything you want to leave us with? This should be the sequel now because we should be able to tap into your stories and we can kind of follow along your journey, you know what I'm saying, daily. Because I definitely tap in on the regular because I'm like it's like a TV show, low key. You know what I'm saying? The way you do it, it's like I'm gonna throw a couple memes in there, but then I give you some live action, and then you went live the other day, like you just giving me a real live 24-hour man. We gonna talk off the scenes. We gonna talk off the scenes. I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah. We gonna talk off the scenes. I got something else for you. But yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man. Just like and now every day I even put this in my stories. Every day ain't glitter and gold, man. Like some days be tough, and you don't know what the heck is gonna happen. Like even one of my Toros broke down. They try to leave me in Daytona. Things things are going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I lost the whole day of dashing that day. The Airbnb stuff like that's gonna happen. You're gonna have issues sometimes. You new to the town with some people and whatever, but like you know I never read the book, but I always hear it. Don't sweat the small stuff. And basically, it's small if it's not going to help you get to your goal. So you just always got to come back, center yourself. What's your goal? What you trying to do, and keep it moving. And find a community, man. The online community is dope. Like, I've said this before. Because of that, I don't feel like I'm alone because I'm online. Because I know, like, y'all expecting me to come on here to share my story. Because if I don't, you'll be like, well, where's Coach? And so that's dope in the interaction. Because, I've seen the changes within myself because I remember like, my profile is taking to change over time. At one point I was involved in some stuff I shouldn't be involved. Check out that podcast, or resellers and wolves clothing. You know what I'm saying? Being more sales pitchy, trying to sell courses versus just documenting and sharing and inspiring, on your journey. So that's what's really dope.
So keep it authentic. That's what you've been doing this whole time. That's why you people rocking with you. Like I said, they all tapping in. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Make sure you go over to Instagram, follow Coach Hustle. It's Coach_Hustle. Follow her journey. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, give you some likes. You know what I'm saying? If you see anything she's putting the hauls in the story that she find in the bins. So if you're looking for deals, definitely shoot her a message. If you're just looking for something like, hey, I like that shirt. How much you want for that shirt? Definitely jump in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? I know she's taking so all the offers right now. Just shoot an offer to her because we need all the cash flow daily. You know what I mean?
Facts. And super deals from anybody tapping in online in the community. Super deals, man.
For sure, for sure. All right. So last but not least, we gonna leave it again with the man. Go over to the YouTube, man. Thrifting There TV, man. Give me the 10 more subs so we can go live, man. I'm tired of asking y'all, man. Y'all, I'm being funny, but for real, thank everybody who's saying gave me a sub so far. Make sure even if you ain't even trying to tap in every day, just go ahead and give your boy a sub. So whenever you do go to YouTube, I'll be on there. I'm definitely we go lace y'all down with more content, more stories, more shorts. You know what I'm saying? All that. So tap in with us. We're working on our YouTube channel and making it bigger and better and bringing y'all like more say entertainment. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give y'all more entertainment. You know what I mean? So definitely do that. Follow me on Instagram at Thrifting There. Anything else, Coach?
Nah, man, just hustle over hate. You already know what I say.
You already know what the motto is, man. Make sure you follow in, tap in, all that, man. Shout out, man. Hustle over hate.